Have you ever wondered what's actually happening inside your muscle cells? During that famous 30-minute window after your workout? Most people know they should consume protein after exercise. But very few understand the incredible biochemical symphony that's playing out at the cellular level. Today, we're going to take you on a microscopic journey through your muscles to witness the most fascinating 30 minutes of your day. I've been training for years, and like most people, I simply chugged a protein shake after my workouts without really understanding why. But when Harvard Medical School published their groundbreaking research using real-time cellular imaging, I was absolutely stunned by what they discovered. Your muscles aren't just recovering after exercise. They're undergoing one of the most sophisticated biological transformations imaginable. Picture this: you've just finished your last representative. You're catching your breath, and to the naked eye, nothing much seems to be happening. But if we could zoom into your muscle fibers with a powerful microscope, we'd witness something that looks more like a bustling metropolis than resting tissue. Hundreds of chemical reactions are firing simultaneously, each one perfectly timed and coordinated. Like a master conductor leading an orchestra. Here's what will blow your mind according to research from the University of Copenhagen. Published in 2023, the efficiency of these post-workout reactions can determine whether you get 380% more muscle growth from the exact same workout. That's not a typo, 380% more results from simply understanding and optimizing what happens in these crucial 30 minutes. So what's the first thing that happens when you finish that last representative? Your muscle fibers immediately start sending out distress signals. Think of it like a construction site, where workers are calling for backup after a heavy demolition job. These microscopic damage signals travel through your muscle cells faster than you can imagine, reaching specialized sensors that have been waiting for exactly this moment. The star of this entire show is a protein called mTOR, which stands for mechanistic target of rapamycin. If your muscle cells were a construction company, mTOR would be the project manager who coordinates every single repair and upgrade operation. Within just 3 to 5 minutes after your workout ends, MIT researchers observed that mTOR activity skyrockets, essentially putting your entire muscle building machinery into overdrive. But mTOR doesn't work alone. Its first job is to wake up the protein factories in your cells called ribosomes. Under normal circumstances, most of your ribosomes are essentially in sleep mode, conserving energy. But when mTOR sounds the alarm, these cellular factories spring into action. Stanford University researchers found that ribosome activity increases by 200 to 300% within just 10 minutes of finishing your workout. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Having active ribosomes is like having construction crews ready to work, but they need raw materials. That's where amino acids come in, the building blocks of protein. Around the 15-minute mark after your workout, your body starts aggressively pulling amino acids from your bloodstream and shuttling them directly to your muscle cells. It's like watching a perfectly choreographed logistics operation, where delivery trucks are racing to bring materials to an active construction site. Not all amino acids are created equal in this process. The real MVPs are the branched-chain amino acids, especially leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Among these, leucine is the superstar because it can directly activate mTOR, essentially acting as both the construction material and the foreman giving orders. A study from Kyoto University involving 150 participants showed that people who consumed adequate leucine after their workouts had 73% higher rates of muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't. But wait, the story gets even more fascinating. Around the 20-minute mark, your muscle cells activate what scientists call autophagy, which is basically a quality control and recycling system. Imagine if construction workers could instantly break down old, damaged building materials and transform them into brand new, stronger components. That's exactly what autophagy does in your muscles. During autophagy, specialized cellular janitors called lysosomes go to work, They identify damaged proteins and cellular components, break them down, and recycle the materials for new protein synthesis. Research from Rockefeller University shows that if this autophagy process doesn't function properly, muscle growth can be reduced by up to 60%, even with perfect nutrition and training. This brings us to the million-dollar question. When exactly should you eat that post-workout meal for maximum benefit? Based on everything we now know about this cellular timeline, the sweet spot is between 15 and 20 minutes after your workout. This is when amino acid transporters are most active, mTOR. Signaling is at its peak, and your muscle cells are primed to absorb and utilize nutrients most efficiently. Here's a crucial tip that most people get wrong: protein alone isn't optimal. You need carbohydrates too. Carbohydrates trigger insulin release, and insulin acts like a key that unlocks even more powerful mTOR activation. Researchers at the University of Texas studied 200 athletes and found that those who consumed protein and carbohydrates in a 3-to-1 ratio had 40% higher muscle protein synthesis rates than those who only consumed protein. So what should you actually eat? Let me share 3 scientifically backed combinations that maximize this golden window. First is Greek yogurt with banana. Greek yogurt contains both fast-absorbing whey and slow-releasing casein proteins, giving you immediate and sustained amino acid delivery. The banana provides natural sugars that trigger the perfect insulin response. A study from Loughborough University found that athletes who consumed this combination recovered 2.3 hours faster than those who didn't. Second is chocolate milk. I know it sounds too simple, but chocolate milk has an almost perfect protein to carbohydrate ratio. The casein protein in milk provides a steady stream of amino acids, while the chocolate adds the carbohydrate component needed for optimal insulin response. University of Connecticut researchers found that athletes who drank chocolate milk after workouts recovered 25% faster than those who consumed sports drinks. Third is 2 boiled eggs with a slice of toast. Eggs are the gold standard of complete proteins, containing all essential amino acids in ideal ratios. The leucine content in eggs is perfectly calibrated for mTOR activation. The toast provides quick digesting carbohydrates that complement the protein perfectly. But here's something most people overlook. Hydration is absolutely critical for all these processes to work properly. Your muscle cells are 70% water, and even mild dehydration can significantly impair protein synthesis. Australian Sports Institute research shows that being dehydrated by just 2% of body weight can reduce muscle protein synthesis by up to 35%. The benefits extend far beyond muscle growth. The mTOR pathways activated during this golden window also enhance brain plasticity, literally improving your learning and memory capabilities. University of California, Irvine Neuroscience. Researchers found that people who optimized their post-workout nutrition showed 45% better performance on learning tasks compared to those who didn't. Additionally, the protein synthesis processes during this window boost immune function. Muscles produce signaling molecules called myokines that regulate inflammation and optimize immune responses throughout your entire body. Danish National Hospital clinical studies showed that people who consistently utilized their post-workout golden window had 50% fewer infections like colds and flu. However, there are important cautions to consider. First, more protein isn't always better. Your body can only process a limited amount at one time. Generally, 0.3 to 0.4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight is optimal post-workout. For a 70-kilogram person, that's about 20 to 25 grams of protein. Second, your specific workout type matters. High-intensity strength training requires more protein focus, while endurance exercise benefits from higher carbohydrate ratios. University of Bern Sports Medicine research found that people who customized their nutrition to their workout type saw 28% better results than those using generic protein supplementation. Third, people with certain medical conditions need to be careful. Kidney problems can make excessive protein intake dangerous, and diabetics need to monitor blood sugar responses to carbohydrates. Always consult with healthcare professionals. If you have underlying health conditions, ready to put this into practice? Try a 7-day experiment. Choose one of the 3 combinations I mentioned and consume it 15 to 20 minutes after your workout. Monitor your recovery speed, muscle soreness, and overall energy levels. Most people notice significant improvements within just 1 week. Remember to stay hydrated with room temperature water before, during, and after exercise. Track how you feel and adjust portions based on your digestive comfort and results. Don't let these precious 30 minutes go to waste. Your muscles are ready to become stronger, and now you know exactly how to help them succeed. Start today, and prepare to be amazed by what your body can achieve when you work with its natural biochemistry rather than against it.